Good afternoon, campers, and it is a good afternoon because for the first time in 2018 I've got Snipe Lake behind me. I've got all my gear loaded up, ready to rock and roll. Just finished work, so it's our first overnighter on here. Happy days, looking forward to it. Get my gear over and catch up with you in a bit. Right, so got to the swim that I'm going to use, swim 10. The only reason I'm picking swim 10 is because before the ice came last week, this side of the island produced most of the fish, so it seems silly not to start the old spring and summer campaign here. I'll show you, just there behind me, that's what I'm going to target. That's the island now. I'm going to get as tight as I can to it. See what happens. Right, so what I want to do is I've done a couple of casts, clipped up. Ideally I want to be about 1.5 foot from the bottom of that oak tree. So what we'll do is I'll have another cast just to make sure I've got the right distance, and then I'll stick a bait on it. At the moment it's just a lead. Let's just have a look and see what we can do. Beautiful, that'll do for me. Right, so this is my second rod. Exactly the same situation again, just cast out a couple of times, clipped up, short, and then fed a little bit of line out. I'm going to fish this one quite close to my first rod, so but I want it a little bit tighter to the island, so let's see where this one goes. That sun's playing up a little bit though, to be fair, it's a bit bright. That is a winner. I think I'll have that. That'll do, mate. Get a bit of bait on that, happy days. Right, so my third rod, I'm going to clip up to the corner of the island. Hopefully, we'll get it where it needs to go. Spot on, happy days, that'll do me. It's a nice bit of harder ground there. Right, we're all in. So, it's just a waiting game now. Everything's ready. Carp care kit, scales, sling, mat. Hope I get something to put in there tonight. Well, all sorted, set up, rods in, teas on the go, just had our dinner, nice burger each, some onion rings and chips. Ben's had a couple of knocks on one of his rods, so he's gone down to investigate that. but I'm on tea duty, so I will carry on making a tea. No signs as yet, or knocks, so we'll just keep going, see what happens. Hopefully something will happen. But having said that, it's going to be a tough one for the both of us, I think, because this is the first full day where this lake hasn't had any ice on at all. It's been completely iced over for the last, I don't know, maybe a week. So we'll just have to play it by ear. I think if we fished it Thursday maybe, after the water's warmed up a little bit more, because it was quite sunny today. Yeah, a few more days of the sun hitting it might liven it up a little bit. We'll see what happens. We'll keep going and hopefully have some news later. Right guys, it's about 9:10. Yeah, about 10 past 9. Ben's just got his head down in his pit, so I'm gonna have a brew. Can't really see a lot what's going on in the water, so I'm gonna have a brew and settle down in my pit. I've had a single knock on my middle rod, but I'm not backleaded tonight. I'm using flying backlead, so some of my lines darting through the water, so it might have just been a fish passing by, but apart from that it's been all quiet, which, to be honest with you, I think is going to be the way. The water's still icy cold. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough night, I think. I'm fishing the same system as what I've done on Daughters with a bit of success. 2 pop-ups and 1 bottom bait. So I haven't changed anything. Exactly the same setup. Little mouthful size bag of maggots on both the pop-ups. So yeah, it's just whether the fish are in the area or not. Fingers crossed. Morning campers, it's 6:15, the morning after the night before. I've got no news, I'm afraid. Quiet night. The rain moved in at about 11:45 last night, and I've been sleeping in a drum ever since. It's been very noisy, very wet and cold. Nothing at all happening on my rods. I don't know how Ben's got on. I'll go and find out in a minute. Just have to start packing down in the rain, which is always a joy. It's still quite dark out there, so I'm going to have this cup of tea. It should start getting light in about 10-15 minutes. Back on Snipe. Welcome to the real world. Mind you, you could nick a late one. I've done that before, so I'll keep the rods in for as long as possible. That's how cold it is. Well, as you can see, got all my waterproofs and everything on, ready for the pack down, and also it's getting lighter all the time, so still raining though. I've just been down and had a chat with Ben. He had one little bit of interest on one of his rods, 3 bleeps on the trot, but nothing come of it. So tough night all round. I'm not that deterred though, to be honest with you, because it is what it is, especially with Snipe Lake. It's a hard lake to fish, so it just makes me more determined and excited about getting back on here next week. I might even try and get a cheeky Thursday night out of the missus if possible, but in the meantime I've got to start packing down in this poxy weather.